What's up, everyone? Or maybe no one. It's like super late, and we decided to go live because I just got home from work, and
Yeah.
there's been a lot of stuff that I guess happened today while I was at work. It looks like we have some drop announcements today, huh, Dee?
Yeah, well, we got one person watching. Thank
Oh,
you,
well, now we
Popey,
have
for
five.
watching.
We
Five?
just yeah, there's five.
Oh, hello, five people.
Hello, five people. We didn't think
Well,
anyone was
four.
gonna
Four, because one of
watch
them
us.
is me.
Oh, okay, so four then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
four
Oh, wait,
people.
hold on. There's already someone in the chat.
But
What is
yeah,
up, Poppy, our brother from Guam? What is happening? Evening or afternoon, wherever you are, fam. It's evening for us. It's 7:39 p.m. in Hawaii.
it's
I
afternoon
literally
for
just
him.
got in from work at 7 p.m. I worked a long one today.
Yeah.
Uh, we actually wanted to go live earlier, but got stuck at work. So we're going live. We were just wanting to get our hours. We didn't think anyone would be watching. It's probably like 11 something at night for some of you guys who's ever
For,
watching this stuff.
for most of the US people, yeah.
But what's happened today, D? Fill me in. What's been going on?
Yeah, so we had a lot of drops, or several drops. We had
We had
some
drops
from,
today or drop announcements?
or drop announcement, my bad. Drop announcements, correction. Um, so we had an announcement from Vivi regarding Pink Panther. We also
Ooh.
got from McFarlane Toys
Hold
digital
up. Let me
toys.
let me pull this up. Pink
Yeah,
Panther.
Pink Panther. Yeah,
That is so cool. Oh, this brings me back to my childhood. This-
sadly, I don't remember. I've heard of it and I know I've seen it, but I don't remember it.
is
Yeah.
there like okay, so there was like the famous theme song. I wonder if we can play it.
Try it.
Oh my good. Can you hear that?
No.
You can't hear that?
Mm-mm.
Oh, that's terrible. Okay. Well, anyways,
Yep.
I hear it.
Do it. Sing it or hum it.
Anyway, that must sound silly.
I'm gonna buy
Well,
it just
wait,
for that and dub your
it,
voice over
it
it.
stop. No, it's got the original theme song. What is it? I think it's the
Okay, I haven't
Mancini
heard it.
theme song. That is rad. Okay, this brings me back to my childhood, guys. Like, maybe some people don't like Pink Panther. My dad used to call it Pink Panty, but literally, this is like my childhood. This is cool.
Yeah,
Uh,
oh, go ahead.
go ahead. Go ahead.
In high school, um, and even I think middle school, we had the upperclassmen, the band from the school that you went to. They came and played that, and that was one of their songs
The
that they
school
did.
that I went to, good save.
Yeah. The band did that, so I know what it sounds like, but I just never played it on this post yet.
Well, it's a very iconic character, and yeah, there was a movie and everything done with this. I think what is
Mhm.
it, Steve? Oh, who was it?
Steve Martin? No. Yeah,
Is it
Steve
Steve
Martin.
Martin? Yeah, Steve Martin. He was in the movie, but Yeah, I remember this from my childhood. Hold on, D. There's already people in the chats. Really quick, let's acknowledge everyone that's here. We got the biggest bro. What is good, my
What's up, biggest
man?
bro?
Thanks for coming in. We also have JKRB. I hope
JKRB.
the animated one will be common of the three. Oh, so we're gonna have three rarities. See, I have no idea. By the way, thanks for joining us this late evening.
Yeah.
And then we've got Popey right here. Love the Pink Panther music, classic, unforgettable. Yes, yes, man. Like when I heard that, oh, it's so cool. But you guys can't hear it because apparently I didn't share my tab. But that's okay. Um, what else has been happening, D? What else has been going on?
And Superman. Superman. He's
Hold on,
coming.
real quick. We are going to do this right here for
Ooh.
anyone that wants to come out for a late night
Chill and
foray with
chill.
us, a little chill and chill. We are a community podcast, so the public is welcome to come and chat with us if they want, even if it's super late for you. You know, if you're drinking coffee or whatever, if you're taking a piss and then you're like, oh, look, they're on and I don't want to chat with them, go ahead, come on. If you can't,
Come
don't worry about it.
on.
It's all cool. Just hang out in the chats.
Yeah, that's
Let's
cool
see
too.
what we got here. JKRB, 2 p.m. here in the Philippines. 2 p.m. You're lucky. Well, thanks for joining us all the way from the Philippines.
All the way from the Philippines. That's awesome.
Okay, yeah. So, what else has been going on? You said that
Oh,
McFarlane also
it's
dropped.
flying in. I know that was so corny.
What? What do you mean?
Superman on McFarlane.
Okay,
He's
wait. It's got to be somewhere. Okay, here we go. This guy, right?
you gotta play the video, yeah.
Okay, I can't share my sound though. I don't think it's gonna play.
Bum
Can you hear
juice.
it?
No.
No, that's okay.
Well, just look at his
Yeah,
muscles.
look at this. Look at how badass this looks.
I love this black one. Oh,
Look at that suit.
I know. And there's only 100
What?
of the solar one.
Oh my gosh! Look at that
I know.
Superman.
Pretty mean.
What?
You gotta get up early just to get
I am
that.
getting up early for this. Look at that thing.
I know, right?
What? Okay. Wait, hold
It's
on, guys.
better when there's
Hold on,
sound.
hold on. Real quick. Let me stop this real quick because I can still hear it in my ears. Okay, hold on, guys.
At least
YouTubery
one of
here.
us. At least one of us
We
is hearing it.
hold on really quick. We have someone in the studio, everyone.
I wonder
He's
who it
becoming
could
a rock
be.
star and he's getting really famous on church day. Everyone, please welcome the one and only the Rugger.
What is
What is up, the
What's
biggest
up?
bro?
Rockstar? Who is this guy you're talking about?
What's up, man?
What's
What's going
up,
on, biggest bro?
guys? Oh man, a little late night chilling. It's funny. I was like, I don't think they're gonna go on, man. I don't think they're gonna go on. I'm gonna go on at 11, and then I saw you guys at 10
Oh,
p.m. I was like, let's go.
Dude, we can kind of hear you. You're a little soft.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear him now? Is it
yeah. I
me?
mean, I could hear him.
Is it
He
loud
was.
though?
He's not as loud as he normally is, but I
Yeah, you're
can
kind of
still hear him.
soft.
All right. Let me figure this out. My bad.
No,
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 you're
no,
all good.
no.
You're
I
good.
have a new standing desk. So I can stand
Oh, that's what I was gonna
Hey.
say.
I mean, looking good, man. Looking good.
You remind me of a DJ. Like you got all your stuff, like, and you're like standing.
Oh yeah, right here. JKRB is saying he can't hear you.
All right,
Oh,
all
okay.
right. I will figure it
Crank
Don't
out.
it
worry.
up.
Sorry.
He's gonna get it. He's added some new toys. So
I'm trying to be like you, man.
Breaking it in.
All right. We're gonna figure this out. Sorry, guys.
No, you're good, man.
maybe it's your laptop mic.
Yeah, I'm gonna open up my sound settings.
Is your headphones plugged in all the way?
Well, here we go. Let's go. Well, we're waiting on the biggest bro. Popey Superman on VV currently has 306 or currently
Check. Is
at
that better?
306th floor. That's way better.
Way
Yeah.
better. All right. Cool.
With
We're back.
8,888 mints, but it's FA. Wonder how McFarlane would do on the aftermarket. So, big bro, I just found out we're having Superman.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, man? I mean, I think it looks pretty cool. What's your thoughts on Superman?
It looks beautiful. It looks great. I like the price point around $50 in Matic.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the allow list is really cool. I don't see how it gets past the allow list.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
like because I think from what I read, it's if you own one Blue Beetle collectible, you can mint two.
Yeah.
And there's 650 owners of Blue Beetle.
I'm one of
Yep.
them.
I'm about to be one of them.
Get it before the snapshot, right?
Yeah, I know.
Hey, they were cheap. I bought mine, I think, for like $15 worth of Matic. It's like they
Yeah,
were being disrespected,
now
and like
they're at
I know
30.
who
I
Blue
was like,
Beetle is.
I should have. Yeah, man. So if I do, it'll be my first thing on McFarlane. So I'm kind of excited for it. It
Nice.
looks
It is
good.
nice.
1,000 mints, 100 of the black suit Superman. So
Mm-hmm.
should be pretty good,
It's
guys.
just 1,000 mints. That's it. I didn't even
Thousand
look.
That's
mints,
it. Yep.
900 of the regular, and then 100 black solar black suits
So yeah.
Superman.
God, that's the one I
Yep.
want. I want that black suit. You know,
Yeah,
I mean that's FA black suit, right?
yeah.
So
So if you get a chance to be on the first wave, we could get one of each.
You try. You can try to get one of these.
I know. It's not even gonna make the public sale.
There's
I
no
just want
shot.
to. I just want one. I don't own even a Superman on
Yeah.
Vivi.
Yeah,
Um,
me neither.
and
Yeah,
mainly
me
the price
neither.
point, right?
Yeah,
So like,
it's gonna be
But I
interesting to see what happens with this price point of this Superman too.
don't even own one on VB either.
you
But
don't.
no. But I have the comic book on DC Palm.
That's still pretty good.
So that's something.
Yeah, I don't have that
Me neither, man. That one was tough to get. And it's my understanding that DC dropped a DC pack, and it's like you can get 3 comics, right? And they're all bargain bin comics. They're probably just good to read. But there's one comic, the Legendary, that was signed by Jim Lee. He's got
Yeah,
his actual signature on there. So that one I think is doing okay in the market. But
I also
what do
heard
you
that.
think about DC's market, big bro? I've been concerned about it mainly because they can do all these DC 3 packs and they can announce Batman 1 and they're gonna
Mhm.
say, the cow is a crown jewel, but it's not the crown jewel is that market because there is no liquidity moving in and out. They're just moving in and not a lot coming out. And everyone
Yeah,
that's like transacting is just like people that have already been in the project for a long time or bat cow holders.
yeah.
Mm.
It's really interesting because I was actually listening into there was a backhouse space and they were talking about is the project dying. And even though I don't own a backhouse, I really do like going into their spaces because they're really passionate about the backhouse and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
listening to them, they're making really good points in the sense that with their backhouse, they only get early access to comic books, and that's about it. And then, you know, I know that DC marketplace is a disaster zone.
Yeah.
Not,
Yeah.
and, like it's just really hard to navigate and stuff like that. And I believe that if it was on a different marketplace, the comics would have a lot more value because there's some valuable comics on there, and they're getting completely decimated just because like people don't know how to hunt for them and stuff like that. Also, I think that because of how we look at digital comics, I mean, there's only between them and Vivi right now, but how we look at mint numbers and how it's not displayed, it
Mm-hmm.
kind of doesn't, it doesn't help them at all either because, now you have to be like, well, if you check the data, then you can see that it's
Yeah.
mint
Yeah, yeah.
number is zero,
Go to this
so
website, sniff out the data, then you got to go here, then you got to
yeah,
do a scratch and sniff, and then do the little
Yeah.
prey dance and hope that you get like a low mint, right?
yeah,
That's how I feel it is. So yeah, I get it. Um, I have 3 cows and I've got a bunch of comics. I'm a DC guy, and so like
yeah.
a lot of the modern age comics that they dropped on the platform, I actually own physically. And so part of the
Wow,
reason why I buy them is so I don't have to open the ones that I have in the bag and boards, and I can read them off DC's website. So that's been a plus.
right,
But they don't have all the comics, and after I read them, they're shit. Sorry, that's it. What am I?
yeah,
No one's gonna want to buy these off of me. There's just something I'm gonna keep. and DC
Mm.
doesn't have a lot of grails like Marvel,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and people don't even understand half the keys in Marvel. When we run out of grails, big bro, and we'll come back to this question, what are we going to do next, right? But
Yep.
yeah, the DC market, I'm very, very concerned about, just because I've got like I have a lot of money in it, but I've got a good chunk. Like I said, three calls.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's not where I thought we were going to be. I really thought when Matt Mason left the project, even though he said he didn't, to me, he's left and he went to
Mm-hmm.
Broadside. Everything just kind of went downhill, and Jim Lee's not doing a good job. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing, and that kind of sucks is that is Jim Lee's name on it on the project. You know what I mean? And then it just like from outside looking in, right? Like I've always been on a teeter, like do I want to buy a back cowl or not? Because I mean it's a cool project, but at the same time, I think in the beginning you guys were getting loads of stuff. You were getting the districts, and you were doing night watches, and it seemed really interesting. And I was like, whoa! And then you're getting like the Harley Quinn boxes, and then you're doing like you were doing certain things, and then all of a sudden it became like, and I saw like you guys were doing quizzes, and it was like a Google Doc. Like you're doing quizzes on Google Docs and turning in like as a test, and that's kind of like that's not the immersive experience that you want from a platform that you think that you're gonna get a AAA experience. That's what they're like. That's how they were selling it and stuff like that.
It was marketed as the crown jewel, and it was
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
marketed by Matt Mason and the team as a crown jewel. We had so much hype. I remember when DC's platform first launched, it was a disaster, but people muddled through it. And guess what? They never fixed the damn thing because it's still a disaster. And
Yeah.
so my
Yeah.
biggest concern, and I've had conversations with other people, is it doesn't matter if DC is a part of that platform. In the end, it's Palm's platform. And I know Candy bought them. That
Yeah.
doesn't matter because Candy's also doing pretty bad. But, it doesn't matter if the licensor is DC. DC can let it fall. If it's not worth their time and money to
Yeah.
like, because there's not a lot of us in there. If it's not worth their time and money to like save those assets or items, they don't
Hmm.
have to. I mean, they're all over the place. They're in HRO, they're in VV. I mean, who knows? Maybe Cryptoys may get Batman one day. You never know, right?
I mean, I experienced it firsthand dealing with the Matrix NFTs with Nifties. I was really excited about having the Matrix and stuff like that, and Game of Thrones and Looney Tunes and all that stuff. And I go right now, and there's nothing but text.
Yeah.
Good luck. Try to get your stuff now. And so now I paid for a picture. You know
Well,
what I
yeah.
mean? And it was supposed to be this immersive experience where you're supposed to be able to take your agent and you choose the pill, and then you do these tasks and do stuff, and like it was good for like a couple of weeks, but then it's kind of like, okay, I don't think they're really gonna do anything here. And then it's people trying to like us, the users, trying to make our own games out of it. You know what I mean? Like it's just it's really it's showing how hard it is in these spaces, and these big companies are trying different things, but like you said, like at any moment they could just pull out and be like, oh, we're good. Like
Yeah.
like DC makes a lot of money, a lot of money.
No, yeah, totally. And man, like what happened to you in Nifties? I was in Recur. I owned a Recur pass. My Recur pass
Oh,
is worth nothing. I got Hello Kitty. I got a Care Bear NFT, and I think I tried to take it off the platform because now it's on the portal, and I wasn't able to do it. So I think now I can. But even then, it's like like Sanrio is huge, right? And
Yeah.
guess what happened? Guess what happened? I'm left in the cold with my Hello Kitty, right? One of the biggest IPs out there, one of the biggest selling IPs out there. And guess what
100%.
happened? Yeah,
Yeah.
Sanrio ain't doing anything. Neither is whoever owns Care Bears. So I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I do not believe that DC will bail us out if it's not worth their time and money. And so
Right.
that's where I'm afraid. Like, yeah, they dropped all these grails, and I know the argument is they dropped all these grails. They shouldn't, but
Mm-hmm.
you never know. Look what has happened. So I'm just a bit concerned. So I've been kind of wary about putting money in there. Yeah, I'm going to go for Batman 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not fighting the project. I'm
Yeah.
frustrated with the project,
Yeah. And,
So
Yeah.
and it's funny because like you have companies like Cryptoys coming in, and you can see the difference of when a project is kind of just like, we're gonna do this, and a project's pushing the space, and it forces other projects to be like, okay, we better gear up and figure our stuff out. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. Well, speaking of cryptoys, I want to share something really quick. I thought this was really cool. Let me add this to the stream. So we went to the beach on Sunday, okay?
Look
And
how
so
blue that water is. Oh
and
my god.
okay, so the superstars made a comment the other night. Like, I bet Hinano is just sitting on a chair with his feet back, and he took a picture. Well, that's exactly what I was doing. I was literally on a chair, and I went with my phone like this, and I took a. That's real. That is a beach where we can drive. We can drive our pickups almost close to that water that you see, and just kick back right on the sand and the rocks right there. And then I decided, like, you know what? We don't have AR function yet for Cryptoys. I'm going to make something like this. And I did that right from my phone. It took me like 5 minutes and I uploaded it to X within 5 minutes. So I did that. And so what was so funny about that is this guy over here who we all love, drops this. Okay. I mean, look at that.
Look how beautiful. They're so cute.
Dude, that
I
Look
love
that one in
at
that.
the
that.
middle is
Yeah, it's like the
fire.
galaxy. Yeah,
I
That is
mean,
it's so.
that's
come
comic,
on,
right?
Will.
Yeah.
you know,
Oh,
I
this is
love
like
that.
I just find it very coincidental. I dropped that picture. All of a sudden, we're getting this tease today, and I just
oh, I believe
look
he
at it.
watches. I believe he watches, and he's just like, oh yeah,
I believe he
watch,
watches it.
watch
I,
Yeah.
this.
I don't
But
think
what about
Vivi's
this?
watching us. I
Yeah.
believe they're watching us. So
Yeah,
yeah, this is cool. This is so
I
rad. I can't wait to see what the app's gonna do. I mean, yes, everyone who are in Vivi, I know Vivi has the AR functions, but this is a new project, and we like covering it because we get to participate with our kid, and so we get excited for this kind of stuff. There's something I want to talk to you guys about Vivi as well after. But yeah, this I thought this was really cool to share. Let me stop my screen here. What do you think about that, guys?
I think that's awesome. And I paused like segments of that video to see if I could get like any alpha or like, like little hidden things. I was
look at
like,
their screens like.
Who is that? Yeah, there's something on his computer screen. And I'm like, what is that? You can't
Yeah,
see.
no, like Will is really good at teasing, right? He's
Yeah.
really good at teasing, and I really feel like they pretty much tell us in plain sight, and then later on we got to rewind what they said, and like, oh yeah, they did say that, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
so we were in the Discord on Kid Arcade earlier today, and it's my understanding that you have Matic in your wallet, big bro, and it's burning a hole.
I keep looking at the Star Boy. I'm like, oh, should I get the Star Boy? And then it's like, oh, but I want to get. I need to get the Blue Beetle to get the Superman. And if I have the Blue Beetle, if it goes down to around $20 in Matic, then I can get two Superman. But it's like, but I really want that Star Boy, man. I want the Star
Well,
Boy.
big bro. So this right here is a giveaway. We're not giving it away tonight,
Mm-hmm.
but what D and I have decided to do, because these guys are getting scarce and expensive, um, anyone that shows up in the chat every time we live stream, they will have numerous appearances on a wheel. So JKRB, New Tactics, Guri, everyone in here right now will already be entered into our giveaway for this Star Boy. Now, this Star Boy is they're actually you should really collect these because you can win 1 million Omi from the superstars
I
if
know.
you just hold one of these guys. And so we figured, okay, I was gifted one, so I wanted to give one back. I'm always going to keep the same amount, but I think, like, instead of me adding an extra one to my pile, I want to just throw it right back at the community. So this is going to go back to the community. And so we will announce when we will give this away. And we're also going to give away. Here, let me remove my screen so no one sees. You guys chat amongst yourself while I go back. Um,
so
Right
so
quick. Okay, go ahead.
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, JKRB. The plan for the Cryptoids marketplace or trading, it's gonna be around sometime next year. I believe that trading is gonna come a little bit before the marketplace, but they do have a plan for that.
It's also in the white paper.
Hmm.
That's what I was just typing.
Oh,
Thank you,
nice.
big bro. Yeah, ESP.
Okay, almost there, guys.
I was wondering, Hinana, so the Starboy giveaway, for the people that turn into the chats, are we starting that, keeping track of it starting today?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And we'll announce it every time we go on our live. Now we don't have predetermined lives because of our work schedule, so we just come on when we come on. So we appreciate anyone that comes and watches us, but we
Yeah.
also want to reward people that interact with us in the chat. What? What's so funny? What did I do
Look
wrong?
at biggest bro's comment.
What did he say? Yes, you
That's
are.
right.
Hey,
That's
yes,
right.
you are. Hey, you know what? Oh, that's another thing. You know what? You know
What?
what? You get double the points. If you even come up here and talk with us, double the points.
Oh,
So not only will you get a point in.
Oh,
Oh, who is
well,
this? Is it
is
someone
someone
else?
coming on?
Someone else is here. I can't see who it is yet. But
let's
hey,
go.
we're gonna. Who is this? It's Popey. What
Whoa,
is
hey,
up?
brother.
What's up, guys? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
hear you. Are you at
Awesome.
work?
Welcome,
I'm
man.
at work. I'm actually taking a break at work. I was listening to what you guys are talking about, and it's kind of everything I've been going through. So I figure I'll take some time and kick it with you guys, if you don't mind.
Nice.
I
Oh no,
don't
we
mind
don't
at all,
mind.
man. You're always welcome. And Popey, since you came up, not only are you going to get 1 point for being in the chat, but you're getting another point for just coming up and talking with us. 2 points to win the Star Boy. And I got this from the Superstars, guys. I won this in a giveaway for the Star Boys, and I just was going to throw it right back because I don't think it's right that I'm a Star Boy ambassador and I'm winning these things when it should go to you guys instead. So one of you guys will win a Starboy, and one of you guys will win this Gunslinger spawn. You guys will get some XP by getting this spawn just for interacting with us every time we go on lives. So
Nice.
we'll probably
Very
announce the
cool.
winners next week or something like that. So having said
Okay.
that, Popey, how you been?
Been all right, man. Been all right. Just I've been kind of laying low for a bit. I've been trying to take it easy on the Web3 space for a number of reasons. Whether
Yeah.
gem poor, saving some money, and just want to stay kind of safe with everything going on out there. If you guys know what I mean,
Yeah.
but these like recent drops that like I love Superman, so I kind of want to go for it, and I will. I'm gonna give it a shot. So
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh
Well, good
man.
luck.
Yeah, that
yeah,
Superman. This Superman right here is just fire. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
like I'm only seeing this video right now, and I gotta tell you, man, like I don't own a Superman in VV, but this one right here with his cape moving and flapping and
yeah.
the black. Oh yeah, I'm so down
I,
for this, you guys.
yeah, I always thought VV Superman couldn't be matched, but if it was anyone that was ever going to give it competition, it would be like McFarlane Digital, and sure enough, they did. I think
Yeah.
ultimately we won't really know like which one would be more crisp until we see VV's Superman on the like VVverse. You know how they talk about it being a lot more detailed and high quality, and
Yeah,
then
Yeah.
and like McFarlane's on it's a viewer app. Like I've seen McFarlane stuff on their viewer app on my old MacBook, and it's the spawn and everything else, and it is amazing, amazing. So
I mean, look at this. Look at this one right here.
yeah,
It's
And I
crazy.
hear it's like only 1,000 of these, huh?
yep,
1,000 mints.
Yeah. 900 for the classic, 100 for the solar black suit.
Yikes! It's not gonna make public mint, guys.
I
no,
don't think
Oh
so.
man.
Does
Well,
any of
I
you
wouldn't
guys
be
since
own a Blue Beetle?
surprised.
sorry.
Do any of you guys own a Blue Beetle? Or do you own a Blue Beetle, Popey?
I just picked one up, to be honest with you.
Let's go.
I FOMO'd in. I want that Superman. Like
Big
I
bro,
was
what are you
always
doing over there?
wanting.
He's
I
getting
Huh?
always
another
wanted
blue
one of
beetle.
these.
About that blue beetle, I'm done.
Add more manic. Add more
Yeah,
manic.
to be honest with you, I don't think this is going to make allow list number 2, which is when you have
Mm.
5,000 XP, because the like allow-list one can like buy up to 2 collectibles. So like if depending on how many blue beetles get that are out there, I'm sure everyone that bought a blue beetle is going to want this, and I'm sure most of them are going to buy 2. So that's taken most of them away.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
definitely not going to hit public mint.
Yeah.
For sure.
Unless there's some mess ups.
Yep.
Do you think they should have just done one for allow list 1 and one for allow list 2?
It's done.
I think so.
Oh.
Nice.
That's what happens when you come on here. You guys FOMO. I'm trust me. I'm guilty.
It's all bad. It's all good.
But like you, I've always wanted the one that's on Vivi, and I used to watch that in the market when it was 6,000, 4,000 gems, and then it went down, and it's a lot more reasonable now. But even at that, with it's like under $400, but there's so much you can buy with 400 gems, right? And it's just so much out there, right? And that's why I think this one's just a lot more real for me, and with an opportunity to get the black one. So,
and it's interoperable. You know what I mean? You own it.
Yep,
You can move it. I love it. You can give it to anybody you want, right? So,
I had a question.
Go ahead.
So for Guri in the chats, if you want a Superman, but you don't know how to get started with McFarlane, what are your guys' suggestions for him?
Well,
Matic.
Yeah, you got to get some Matic, and luckily you don't have to convert it to WETH. Just buy some Matic, either with your Coinbase or your Coinbase works with McFarlane, right? They don't have the issues like okay, yeah.
That's literally what I just used.
Okay, yeah.
Same here. Yep.
Just I guess whatever hot wallet you got, and you're gonna need a Blue Beetle to get on the allow list, or you got to buy it in the secondary, and who knows how much it'll be in the secondary. How much is that little one they have? That tiny Superman they released?
Oh, I didn't even know they had a little one.
The first one, right?
Yeah, the one that's supposed to be like action figure size, right?
Oh, I don't even know. Do you have?
I'm pulling it up right now.
Last time I looked, it was like around maybe $300-400 worth of Matic because it had low mints like this, right?
200.
Yeah, there's only 200 some.
Matic.
269, yeah. So I can imagine this will be around that range because of just 1,000 of these guys, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but that first one doesn't have 1,000. It has just a few hundred.
True.
That's true. That's very true.
I mean, this one's a lot better, but the first one was a lot more scarce.
So Speculation Nation, what do you guys think this will do when it's all said and done after the hype is gone away? Where do you guys think this will land? I think this will pump for sure in the beginning.
Yep.
Yep. Just
because
we'll
have a field day.
The FOMO will be real.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you know what I compare it to is looking at the Batman Year 2. I mean, that's 150 Matic now. But that has about 1,200 mint count. But with so I think this one should go around that amount, given that it's slightly less mints, but just an iconic character as well.
Yeah,
that's my thoughts.
So did the classic go up? Is the floor price now like 150 in Matic?
For the classic Batman Year 2, or
classic Batman Year 2.
Yeah, it's 115 floor. 115 floor.
Oh, good, because I bought mine about I think a month ago for like $70 worth of Matic, so the floor jumped up then. I thought it was like under $100.
Well, it's that 115 Matic is roughly $64.
Okay, yeah. I speak in fiat.
So same here.
But yeah, so I'm stoked about this, you guys. I'm hoping I get at least one. I'm not really the guy that gets for two, but if I can get two, heck, I'm gonna go for that as well. What do you guys think about this? All right, I really wanted to talk about this. Who is going for this?
Nobody.
And
I am.
How is this still coming about? Like, didn't we just have another Tarzan? I know we're getting flooded with comics, and we're also running out of Grails. But who is jumping to Vivi to buy this stuff? Anybody?
Hmm.
Yeah,
What's your thoughts on this, guys?
That's a pass for me.
I just was Tarzan ever like that popping in comic version? You know, like was everybody
No.
like, I gotta have all the Tarzans? Like,
See,
Well,
even New Texas said no.
well, but I mean, is this like filler? Are we like at that day and age now where Vivi's dropping filler and this is it?
I,
Um,
yeah, between this and like some of the Disney comic books, I feel it, man. I feel like it's like we got these things. Well, I know a lot. I know some of you are gonna buy just cause you have no you have no self control.
New taxes and JKRB's got some control right here for sure. But look, even Guri's not touching it. Look, see,
Nope. Yeah,
it's like who is
exactly.
touching Tarzan, or is this going to turn into a meme already? What's your thoughts, Popey?
I think maybe some old school collectors go for it. I think the only thing that it has going for it is that it has low mint counts, but I think the earlier ones, but it's a pass for me.
Yeah,
But I'm not gonna lie, I actually get one comic. I try to get all the comics, at least one each, just to hold my collection. But I always buy it after the market for like 2 gems.
Yep.
Yeah.
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 Like today's comic, I think I bought the common for like $1.99, and then I found a
Yep.
3-digit. I always try to go for a 3-digit uncommon, and I got that one for like it was under retail. It was like $6.79 for. It was like a high 3-digit. But now here's the funny thing about that comic that minted or did not mint today. I think
Mhm.
there was like only 2,000 plus that actually minted, and wasn't it like a
Mhm.
7,500 mint comic?
No, it's actually 3,500 mint.
It's 3,500 mint. Okay, even
Yep.
worse. There's not a lot of supply of that comic, and it is F.A. Ronin, right? So,
I'm sorry. I was looking at the Tarzan mint.
oh yeah, no,
The
no, no.
the Ronin one is a 7,500. You're correct. That's right.
Yeah, but even that one though, only like
Yep.
2,000 plus. Like I think it was 2,100
Yeah.
minted out today. So that's a scarce
Yep.
comic if you think about it, right? So
That's a nice cover. I like that cover.
I'm sure Fro likes that cover.
Yeah, he
Yeah, I
does.
went for it. I pushed my luck on that one.
I did too. I got a common. Yay.
I got an uncommon. Oh, I got an uncommon. I was like, okay, that's not too bad.
But I bought the rest in the aftermarket. So I got like one highly expensive common, and then the rest was under retail. So
Yeah, I like the rare too.
no,
I
I haven't
haven't
been
looked at
going
it.
after like ultra rares and rares and even secret rares anymore. I've been pretty gem poor, and I've been actually focusing more on stuff that I can utilize in the VV verse. I just bought another Avengers Tower actually after our FOMO stream on Friday with Fro and everyone else that like had no idea everything was going to jump on. I bought a tower later on that night when it dropped back down to 68 gems, and then I bought a Galactica for 39 gems, and I think the towers are like 80 plus gems now for the last look.
Wow.
So
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's my
Joe bought
understanding it's a
everything.
building you don't have to build in the VV verse, right? And then I
Mm.
got a video that was sent to me by Mr. MC1 Sanjay for the Galactica, and it was like basically an AR photo, a screenshot or a screen recording of him zooming into the rear of the Galactica. When you get into the Galactica, you just see all the open spaces that you get to play with. And this is not VVverse. This is all through the app.
Yeah.
And so I'm assuming he's trying to tell me something, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what I've been focusing on. What about you guys?
I have not been doing anything in the market because I am gym poor, and I know in my mind, I know Wolverine is coming, and
Yep.
it's gonna bring two things. I need Wolverine, and people are gonna floor their stuff even more.
That's right.
So waiting for those deals.
You'll be out there sniping.
Well, it's like Avengers 1, right? Like Avengers 1 is not following Hulk or Iron Man. It's the common has been like around what 20 something gems, 25 gems, right? The
Mhm.
uncommon has been staying within 15 gems, even the rare. So, and that's not a slouch. That's a pretty big comic in the real world. So, I think the market has got some liquidity that's been sucked out. What do you guys think? You know, it's been we still have activity, right? If you watch Vivi Fox's last episode, she showed a mono user, and I don't remember, but like we're not dead. It's just that we don't really have a lot of ebbs and flows in the market. What do you guys think about that?
I agree.
Yeah, I actually agree.
I'm
You know,
not.
my thing, I'm actually gonna wait just like when Vivi drops Wolverine, but also how they've been talking about the latter part of the year, and I think in September that Vivi's gonna put out something new, right? Whether it's music, whether it's sports, whether it's anime, whether I doubt it's Pokemon, but if it's some new brand or something, it's gonna drop the prices down even more on what's in the market. I'm actually waiting on that to just pick up stuff like the Avengers Tower and all that stuff that I've been waiting on, and even like on McFarlane app, like I think everyone's waiting for that like Batmobile. I mean that just looking at
Yeah.
that like vendor that they showed, it is sweet, and everyone's gonna want it. I want one, right? I mean, and then I think there's floors are gonna drop again for if you want another Blue Beetle or you want a Superman again, and if you don't get it, I think those will start going for more affordable prices. So I like kind of learned the hard way where it's going to be, there's always going to be dips. It's just a matter of, I always FOMO no matter what I say, but at some point when I don't get it, whether I like miss a drops and stuff, then I just know I just got to wait. Right? So,
Yeah, no,
that's my thoughts.
I did the same thing with Avengers 1. I told myself I wouldn't FOMO, and as soon as I got that red banner at the top, I got frustrated. I chucked my phone. She heard it, and then I literally grabbed it back up off the ground, and then I waited like a crackhead, and then ooh, 34 gems. Yeah, guarantee I got a good price.
Gotcha.
And yeah, it got me. It got me. So I feel
Yeah.
yeah. So
Honestly, yeah.
let's talk about the November stuff, okay? Because I remember Alex G saying in a Twitter space that something big was coming. Whether it's music or whether we're getting Wolverine or maybe X-Men 1 or who knows, maybe something completely different to the platform. Banksy that we were announced like a year ago. It hadn't showed up
Yeah,
yet.
it's almost 2 years ago.
What do you guys think's coming in November? I know Guri was saying Star Trek Day, which is in I think a few days from now. That we'll probably get a ship or something. So I'm waiting for that announcement. But
That'd
that's
be
just
nice.
the niche market for me and Guri. What do you guys think is coming in November?
What if they give us a communicator? Oh, that'd be tight.
Right on your phone.
Oh man,
Oh,
that'd be
that'd be
awesome.
cool.
There's still there's still things that they announce ahead, like in the beginning, that still haven't came into fruition. And for me, I still think the NFL Players Association, that segment is still coming, and I think once that does, it's gonna bring in the different people. Like there's certain things that like will flood the different people in here. We get anime people are coming. Pokemon people coming. Sports people, if the collectible looks good and they think it's gonna have some value, they'll come.
True.
Nice.
Hey, biggest bro, can I ask you something? You're into
Yeah.
sports, right?
Yes, sir.
Hey, do you have you been on a so rare?
No, I have not. I heard about it, but I have not.
Man.
I need to check it out. I really do.
It's actually so much fun. So I'm more of like an NBA fan. They started with football, well, soccer in the U.S.,
Mm-hmm.
and then they got NBA, and then they just launched MLB, right?
Yeah.
But it is so much fun. Like it combines drops with auctions with fantasy, uh, fantasy playing, right? So
Okay.
there's fantasy every twice a week during the season
Mm-hmm.
where you can win cards, right? And they have different levels, like kind of how we see common, uncommon. They have their own rares, and they even have like one of ones.
Oh,
And
nice.
there's like 50, there's thousands, tens of thousands of people on it, and people put down big bucks. I mean, cards can go as high as $10,000, right? And this is like US dollars, right? They got
Oh.
ETH on it. They have US dollars. You can put it. But cards can go as low as like a buck, right? But these are bench players. And what's good is that you can start free. The way that they've incorporated to like get people on board. Like the onboarding is super easy. Anyone can start free. You get like 20, 25 cards to start on like the free version, but then they have different tiers, right? So when you rank high every week, you can win what they call limited cards, and limited cards are the ones you can buy and sell and buy and sell. So like if you know what you're doing with like fantasy, you can like work your way up because they have a limited tier, they have a rare tier which is twice as much, and then you like get to the higher tiers. And now the reason I bring it up because if they did that to football, fantasy football is like the biggest thing in fantasy, right? I mean, some people think,
Yeah.
depending on who you're talking to, some say baseball, but it's only baseball because that's where it started.
Yeah.
But fantasy football is like I think 20 times bigger, like in the fantasy world. I mean, we have sports networks dedicated to just fantasy, right?
Yeah.
And the fact that there's money, I mean, people would flock towards it.
Yeah, I love fantasy football. I tried fantasy baseball 1 year. And
Mhm.
that 1 year, I never had such a headache in my life. You have to do so much with fantasy baseball. And man, I can only imagine what that was like. But fantasy football, I'm in 3 leagues right now, and I'm just waiting for Thursday. Like, oh, give me the football. It's so
Yeah.
close. It's so
Yeah, I mean, people are
close.
passionate. Everyone that I know that like plays fantasy football, they're in like at least minimum three different
Yeah.
team. I mean, leagues, right?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
but like the fact that you can start free, right? I think it's just it's kind of addicting because it's like 24 hours. They have these auctions going on. You just got
I'm
to buy
definitely
and
gonna look
sell.
into it, man. I'm definitely gonna look into it. You got me
Watch
pumped
out.
now.
I know my
Yeah,
collectibles and superstars are into that too. The so
Yeah.
rares.
yeah. My collectibles watch is the one for basketball, and I know that
Yeah.
superstars do it for baseball, but I don't really watch baseball. So
Yeah.
You know what's so
Yeah.
cool about what you just said is the
hmm
community that's behind all that, right? Fantasy
hmm
football, like this is water cooler stuff that I hear whenever football season's about or
yep.
whatever sports is happening. This is what I hear at work. This is what I hear at like job sites. And that is a community that would be really awesome to get into this type of space. Like Sorare's already doing it, right? And you just said that you hope maybe we get some type of sports in Vivi. What do you guys think about the floodgates opening up once we get sports fanatics in the app? What's your thoughts on that, guys?
I
I think
mean,
that'll be good. I think for the whole market in general, bring some activity.
Some, or like if they actually had good products, and I don't know what, I'm not a sports guy. Maybe you guys can like think about what would be something cool that Vivi could drop to where it would bring all the sports fanatics in here, like fantasy football. Maybe they could do something like that where it's gamified. What is something to where we could open the floodgates for that? Because I have a different idea what might be coming in November, but like the sports stuff fascinates me because of the community and the people behind it.
If you ask me, they have to do it right. Like it's not as to me, it's not as simple as I mean, just with the different projects that I've been exposed to, and thinking the different type of collectibles, right? Whether they're 3D or not,
Hmm.
they can do nice 3D collectibles, but it's not it. You have to bring it has to be big, right? Like my thoughts is I think if they did digital collectibles, I think like McFarlane would like give more justice. He actually has toys for that, right? And
yeah,
he can make it
yes.
to me, like with their like viewer app, they make it really puts Vivi on like competition. So it's a matter of to me it's not as simple as just doing the Tom Brady's and the Joe Montanas, and which is what people are going to want, right? They have to be consistent. They gotta pump it out big, right? And I only say this because like Soware did it. Like when you really get into it and you see their platform, they built it thinking of everything. The person that doesn't want to spend money, the person that just wants to like nibble in, if you want big bucks, you could go to any level. It's 24 hours a day. Then when they have pre-seasons, they have different teams, they have different games. It's like very gamified, and that I like probably didn't spell that out as much. There's games you can try every week where you can compete, and there's like something for everyone, right? So to me, because it's like all in one, they think of everything. If like Vivi were to do something, I would think Vivi would have to do something, not just dropping a like a collectible and that's it, right? It has to be big because people will come and but then people are going to go to the next thing. They're not going to stay for like one big Tom Brady drop and that's it and wait another week, right? It's not it To me, because there's more out there as far as competition. Like, look, they already have Top Shot out there for NBA. They got, there's and yeah, Biggest Bro, you're probably on it, right? And
NFL all
I was
day.
on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
NFL all day. Yeah, I was there, but I'm not there anymore because it's not, it's just
Boring.
it just wasn't for me. Yeah, it was boring. So rare. It because it's gamified. It's gamified is what takes it up 20-fold, and it's just so much fun. Um, they'd have to do something big where they have a roadmap and they stick to it. And I'm not knocking them. I love VV, obviously, right? But they have a lot of bigger things going on and that they're just trying to get out there as far as MCP and VVverse and all that stuff. For them to pull sports in, they got to do it right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so funny because I'm reading what Gary said. He just took it right out of my mouth and what I was thinking. And if Vivi does it and they do like drop a collectible, right? It has to be like an iconic moment, right? So it has to be like Jordan in the slam dunk contest doing the jump man, or when Kobe scored 80 and he's pulling his jersey down. But if they're able to tie that to real life experiences, right, where you get like like you get free tickets, or you get courtside seats, or you get swag or something like that. Like if we can start seeing those kinds of utilities coming out of Vivi, like with tied to sports, I think that would be big because I think you're right with the gamified things, but it's like you have to have like a whole like so rare. It seems like they're built with the gaming in mind, right? Where Vivi, it will be them adding something to it, which is like we don't need them to add anymore. We need them to like get what they got and cook there. Like, no, stay there. Make this right. Make the VV verse right. Make sure our market's good. We got payout rolling. Like, like things are going good. If they start doing gaming, it's gonna be. But at the same time, we're asking them to do that because Cryptoys is going to do it, and it's like Vivi, what are we doing with these mighties? So it's going to be interesting to see what they can and will not do. But definitely, from what you're saying, Popey, like I think that gamifying it would be a good way to bring people in and keeping them in. Right, like that's the thing that we need from the sports guys. But
Yep.
very passionate people, and they pay a lot of money for all sorts of different things. Just one signed jersey or one signed football. Just bleep, 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 bleep,
That's what I'm saying, though, the community. But then I completely agree with what you're saying, Popey. You got to respect that community, right? And you got to
Yep.
present it to where this community, not only you respect the community, but when you invite them in, they're going to want to stay here. They're going to want to interact. And, who knows? Maybe they'll do other things. But, like, yeah, you can't just say, hey, we got, like, they can't just slap something like, here's some sports stuff. Boom, buy it, right? What next, right?
Yeah.
So, because I'm not a sports guy, so I wouldn't go for that kind of stuff. So, if they drop sports, it would lose like me. Like, you still there, Poppy?
He's back.
Okay,
Right?
Okay, it was weird. It like
Yeah, got it.
disconnected and
Sorry,
it
it was
He
came
weird.
back.
disappeared and
Okay,
came back.
okay. Yeah, I mean, like for me, I'm a comic guy, right? So I wouldn't go for that stuff. So then, like solely, if they release sports and people like me and maybe like I don't know, maybe 1,000 other people like me don't go for it, you need that masses to like push that product out in order for it not to fail on VV. So
Yeah. Is So Rare available to anyone outside of US and Canada?
I believe so. I mean, if I can get it, I don't see why anyone else can't. That I understand it's a worldwide. So and
Worldwide.
like the onboarding is easy, right? You just set up an account, connect your credit card and it's cash, or you can connect your wallet, which I don't, my crypto wallet, which I don't. So it's it's its own centralized world. So there's a comfort there.
Because I was thinking if BB does something with like rewarding something for the SRs and using it in real life, they would kind of have to do it too, where it wouldn't just be for the US people. They would somehow need to do it for the users that are outside of US.
Yep, that's true.
No? You guys have a blind like, no?
Well, I like what JKRB just said here. So Vivi should partner up with real life players, musicians, etc., and release their collectibles where the player musician will get royalties. Yes, yes, like the world's their oyster, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
And we have the space to do that because they have been dropping those one of ones, and that can lead to where the artworks might not just be for the Dr. Profits of the world.
Yes. And so so that is my big thing that I hope gets dropped in November is music. They can't really mess music up, but depending on what kind of artists they can get in the app first. But it would be really cool, and I think I remember David mentioning before, like either in like a live or like an old tweet or something like that, that Vivi should have a jukebox, or they might get a jukebox, right? Like you drop a jukebox as a collectible, and well, obviously now you need to fill it up with music, right? And then the music could be exactly what JKRB said. They partner up with artists, they release their album on Vivi, and that album could even look like a lenticular, right? Where you have the album cover and then you flip it around. Instead of playing like that Disney music, it previews the tracks on the back. And then maybe you load that lenticular in. This is all speculation, though. We love to speculate here. You load that lenticular into the jukebox, and you get the full immersive experience of that jukebox on your phone or in the Viviverse. Maybe you even get to watch a concert or something. I don't know, spitballing here, but that's what I think might be coming in November is music.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah,
I do recall. What would be kind of cool is they can even put different rarities. Like I was saying, how they say a jukebox would be cool. I would want an old school boombox that can have like a cassette tape on it,
boombox.
or like a Walkman, like a little Walkman, like a disc
or
man,
a turntable, right?
Then, turntable, and hey, like different rarities can be cassette tape, CD, vinyl. You can have an 8-track, right, as a secret rare or something like that, with maybe a special song, or the extended mix or something like that, right? Would be kind of cool, depending on what kind of music they drop. But that would be cool. I mean, like especially in the like Viviverse, right? There's like a way to highlight it there where they like incorporate it in some way where it's better than you just connecting a YouTube link for music in the background. Love it.
Oh, that would be so cool. And it'd be cool. Like the common would be like a single, and that's it, right? And then you work your way up where the secret rare could be maybe the full album, and you get that in a blind box. Now, if you don't get it in a blind box, then you pay the full retail price of the album, and it's whatever I guess the artist sets for it. I don't know, but they could do
like
so
a
much.
bonus track or the explicit version of one of them. That'd be cool. Anything with music would be cool.
What do you think, Poppy? What's coming in November?
I don't know, man. I think realistically, I think it's going to be another brand. Well, I'm torn because I think it's going to either be a big brand or it's going to be another genre. But I'm leaning towards another genre, whether it's music or sports. I really don't think it's sports, but I think it's music, because the way from like the AMAs or the interviews I've heard from David or and for the past few months, it seems like it's something, either another region, genre, or sport, and I don't know what it is. It's really, I mean, there's like what I hope it is, but what I think that BV can realistically do. I say it's probably something Asia related, because they've had a lot of focus there, right, for months, for well over the past year, really, right, and the fact that they have the language has been incorporated, and they've kind of reduced down KYC so that more can onboard. I think that's just paving their way towards the Asian market. So
You're on to something there.
BTS.
Oh
Yep.
man. Oh
Yep.
please. Please.
Yeah.
Do you know
I
what
mean-
they'll pay for a T-shirt? Oh, imagine. Oh, it'll be over. Same thing like what JKRB said. Tay Tay, if they put T Swizzle on here, it's over. Like the amount of money that these artists are getting for merch is unfathomable.
Yeah.
Like I can't for a $50 T-shirt. These things sell out before the concert happens because they have to sell the merch a day before the concert, and it sells out.
That's
It's
incredible.
insane. Yeah.
That is.
Yeah, there's a huge global following for BTS. Huge. It's not just Asia; it's all over the place,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Big. Again, like people don't understand. I didn't understand when I first saw them.
You saw them, didn't you?
I saw them 4 times because
Yeah.
I worked at the stadium.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was dreading it. I was like, oh god, there's another boy band, and like like and the nicest fans in the world. I'll say it every time. And then by the end of the 4th night, I'm like, no. I'm just there doing the dances, like, oh man, I'm gonna miss these guys.
Oh.
Yeah.
What do you think, D? What do you think is coming in November?
Well, I had the same idea as JKRB when we found out that Taylor was gonna be playing. Did I get it right? Dazzler.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, that could be a way for them to incorporate her into like music because she's gonna be in a movie. So I don't know. That was just
You read
me.
JKRB's comment?
Mm-hmm.
My wife will sell our house for BTS collectibles.
100%. I believe
That
it.
says it
I
right there,
believe
you
it.
guys. Like,
I
that says
believe
it
it.
right there, man. I need one of those. Shoot. Oh
Yeah.
man.
We,
Well,
we
I
let-
think
That's funny.
we land a BTS collectible. Oh boy, we're in the money. Grail.
really. I mean,
I'm telling you, hotcakes. Like,
yeah.
and it doesn't matter which one you land. They love them all. You know what's funny? In like the fandom, they don't say which one is your favorite. They say this one is my bias. It's amazing. It's
Huh.
like, no, this one's my bias. Like, because they're all your favorite. Like, bro, yeah.
I've heard Dino speak of this too. He said like his whole entire household loves BTS. I guess I got to get in on that. I don't know.
Once you're infected, you're in. You're in the
Well,
army.
how do you get
You're in
infected though? It's kind of popish, right?
I'm telling you what. If you watch the little Disney special, or if you see them in concert, I'm telling you, it's over.
D, are you gonna sell the house? Is that it?
I wouldn't sell the house necessarily. No. But I would love to see them in concert.
Yeah.
Guys, real quick, I want to segue real quick because I want to shout out someone that sent this to us. If you guys don't mind, but here I'm gonna show you guys right now. So, thank you, Umili. We got the Godfather
Nice.
shirt that just came in today.
Beautiful.
Very cool.
Man.
There you
Beautiful.
go, right there. Beautiful
That's dope.
for you, Silicon. So we got 2. One we will keep, and one we will probably give away on the channel. And you guys, this just came in as well. Check that out.
Ooh, Strange Gang.
Oh,
Let's
nice.
go.
So here's what's so
Nice.
funny about this hat. Apparently, I'm the only one that bought it because then Doctor Strange revamped his hat. And
Nice.
he's got
So one of one.
it's a one-on-one. He revamped the lettering. So he called this more minimalistic, but I bought this to support.
Yeah.
So
that's dope
one of
still.
one right here, and who knows, this may also be a giveaway on the channel.
Nice.
But I kind of want to shout those guys out for just to support them out and stuff like that. So, but guys, hey, it's it's like late for you folks. I hope we're not keeping you guys too late. We just kind of wanted to come on and chat, and Poppy, it's so good to have you up here, man. I haven't talked to you in a long time, so it's good to talk to you, brother.
Thanks, man. You got it. Normally when we have our top. I mean, like everyone goes live. I'm either really busy at work or it's the middle of the night for me. So this is like it's kind of a good catch up time for me at work. Just taking a break.
Yeah, well, expect us to be going live around this time because usually I get home around 6, 7 o'clock at night. And so we just kind of want to get our hours and get better at these live streams. And it looks like there's an audience this late at night because people are watching us. I mean, you're watching us, and Big Bro, you're up here too with us. So I'm glad that you were able to like stop by. And I dig your background. What's going on over here, Big Bro?
Oh,
Party.
I just found this background. I really don't know.
It reminds me of like
Is that like a?
I feel like it's American Idol or something, like, you know, like
uh
like I'm supposed to be singing and stuff like that.
I feel like
I
it
thought.
could be like a game.
Oh,
Like you can go in those
but I have to show you
places.
guys something. Yeah, again,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm reorganizing my room.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Oi! Oi! Your camera!
Oh, I died.
Oh
Did I
no!
hear liquid?
Oh no! No, it fell
Uh-oh.
down. Hopefully.
No, don't get
You
D
can
into
breathe
BTS. Oh, am I screwed, JKRB? Is that it? Is she done? She gonna sell out of cars.
I wouldn't do that.
Is your household into who we lose here? Is your household
No,
into
PS5.
BTS, Poppy?
No, we're not. My wife kind of knows of them, but I don't know if she's a fan. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know much about them. I'm kind of aging myself, but I
Me
don't.
neither,
So
bro.
So you're safe then. You're safe. Your
yeah,
house won't be sold.
yeah.
So like what is the kind of music you guys listen to on the islands? Like, because for me, we listen to all kinds of music over here. A lot of reggae. I'm more into like the old school rock, like say 80s rock. Actually like UK rock, like Thin Lizzy and stuff like that. I'm strange like that. But like what do you guys listen to over there on the islands, Poppy? So if you wanted music in VV, what would it be?
Well, that's I'm to be honest with you, I'm kind of like you. I like the old school 80s, 90s music, and I like some of the old 60s stuff. But
Yeah.
what we have out here is like what they have domestically and even like in Hawaii ranges. There's a lot of island music. A lot of people like a lot of local island music, and even like Hawaiian music as well. So
Yeah.
but it's like all over the like spectrum. Back in the day when I was in high school, I used to listen to like a lot of rock, a lot of metal. I like went through like different phases, right? I mean, like I had friends that were playing in bands, local bands. They would do like originals, they do covers, and then there was gangster rap back when I was younger too, right? Got into that phase, so I'm like
Yeah.
all over
Mhm.
the spectrum, right? If you were to ask me what's my top 10, I got something from every type of music. So
Yeah.
Dope.
yeah.
Nice.
Diversity.
What about you,
Yep.
big bro? What do you want?
Music wise, I love all music. I really do. If I could collect music, like I do, I collect Frank Sinatra. Like all of
Ooh.
his old.
Mm.
I have like a whole bunch of old albums, like all his CDs and stuff like that. I love Frank Sinatra. Like that's my guy. But like I oldies, Stevie Wonder, I really love. Michael Jackson, I'm a huge fan of. Some of the new age kind of stuff too. Not too much the new age rap. New age rap, it lost me. It lost me.
It's
And
repetitious.
I've become an old curmudgeon. Back in my day, we had lyrics that mattered.
We had people like Dr. Dre.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I want to show you guys something, right?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me get in here. Let me get you on the solo blowout.
You guys
Let's go.
remember this? You guys sent this to me.
Yes.
It was a part of my first collecting comic journey. And now, here I
Whoa!
am.
Proud of you.
Yeah, that's not all from us. Don't lie.
It has begun, guys. I even got a
That's awesome.
slab of Static Shock.
Ooh, yes,
Nice.
Yeah.
yes.
That is
So
cool.
yeah, I'm very happy. I'm becoming. This is my secret pile. Obviously my wife is asleep.
I was gonna say, and what does your wife think about that?
She doesn't have to know.
Uh,
Oh
it
no.
starts, okay? It like, oh gosh, I'm not even gonna tell you how much comics we got.
You're gonna need some
I
boxes.
ordered a box. It's coming. Oh
No,
man.
it's my understanding Poppy's doing the opposite though, right? Poppy, didn't you say you used to have like a bunch of comics before, and now you kind of want to do the opposite and just collect digital and just try not to take up all the room in your home?
That's actually right. I used to collect a lot back in the day. I have a bunch of boxes, and I've only taken it out in the past couple of years, like maybe 2 3 times. But like every so often, I'd want to buy a physical, whether it's online. I even tried that like Whatnot site, and was so tempted. But whenever I do, I always stop and say, hey, I'll just buy a VV comic, and if I still want to buy one, I will. But after I buy like a VV comic, I'm like that rush and that crave is satisfied, knowing that it's instantaneous, it's there, it's digital. I don't have to buy another box. So I have like nothing against physical collecting. Love it, love it. I really do. But just because of ease and convenience, I'm sticking digital.
Yeah,
But
You're
that's
a
how
lot of
I
smart.
feel about.
respect for that.
Smart, very
That's how I
smart.
feel about collectibles. Cause like, if I could, I'd have a room full of pop toys and like just model cars and stuff like that. And Vivi is
Funkos.
help. Yeah, yeah. Vivi is very much
What's wrong with
helping.
having a room of these?
No, nothing at all. It's
No.
just it's harder to hide what you're really doing.
Okay. This is how bad we are. This came in the mail today. Guess what's in it?
Uh,
All right. And I have 15 short boxes here, Guri. And that's just here. There's more under the stairs. All right. Like, I need to be with Popey and like stop. But I got back into this and like, I'm looking for keys. Okay. I'm looking for keys because FAs, the ones I want, are too damn expensive. So I'm looking for keys.
And
And
we
it's
got the Vivi app to help us with this collecting obsession, and it did the total opposite. Now we just want to match everything that we get.
it's cool though. It's cool
Yeah,
because
it is
my
cool.
my wife is doing this with me. You know what I mean? Like this has brought me back to my childhood and my kid, like my daughter. Don't get me wrong. These 15 short boxes right here, and they're short because that's the best ones that'll place in my office better than the long ones. At least 4 of them are my daughters, so they're not all mine. And I think 4 of them is also D's. So
Yeah.
yeah,
that's
we
dope.
That's amazing.
we have a
That's
balance.
beautiful.
But the ones underneath the stairs are all mine. I'm not gonna tell you how much is under the stairs, but there's a lot. So it is what it is. But it's cool. Like for Father's Day, we went to the comic shop and we got to talk story, and we've also worked out deals with our LCS owners to where we do these giveaways and they give us a deal and a break on the comics because they know we're giving it back. And it's I really tell them the reason why we try to give comics away to people is so we turn them into comic book collectors. Sometimes the digital is not enough, but if you have it in your hand and you read one and you understand what it is, one turns into 5, which turns into 50. Isn't that right, big bro?
Yep. Yep. 'Cause now it's like, ooh, now that I have this one, I want to match the other one I have, and then it's like, ooh, Vivi doesn't even have these yet, and I like these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
We got a few that we got before BB dropped it, like the Punisher one where he's on the cover. We had that before that came out on the app. But speaking of boxes, biggest bro, now you gotta get another one for your slabs.
Oh yeah, I have
Has to be
one.
separate.
I have one. A lot of people don't really like Static Shock, but I love Static Shock. Like, he's my guy. Like, I like little niche superheroes that not too many people like. Like,
Yeah.
I love Captain Planet. Captain Planet was my guy, and not too many people know about him,
I
but he's
didn't.
amazing.
Yeah, I don't know too much about him. So I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm not.
He was like an obscure character from the '90s, and it was 5 people. You put them together: wind, fire, earth, heart, and then they put their wings together and they create Captain Planet, who saves the world by recycling and stopping polluters and stuff like that. And he was just amazing.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Well,
Hey guys,
go ahead.
sorry, I gotta sign off here. I gotta take care of some stuff, but it was nice catching up with you guys. Good
Yeah, thanks for
man.
hopping on, Popey.
Yeah, Popey, you're welcome anytime. And now you know what time we come on. So anytime you want to just kick back and talk story or just like hang out and chat, you're always welcome, man. And you got 2 points tonight.
Cool,
Yep.
cool. Love the impromptu conversations and a live stream. Definitely will come back on that next time. Take care, guys.
Thank you, brother.
Awesome, brother. Have a good day at work.
All right, you too.
Bye.
Yeah.
So I want to show you this, big bro. I'm glad we're talking about comics because D and I want to start a comic club once we get to 500 subscribers. It's the Uncommon Comic Book Club. And I want to show you one of the prizes that we'll be giving away once we hit 500 subscribers, which is this 75 center right here. If everyone can see that. And I'm not messing around, you guys. I want this one to be the first.
That is
highly collectible. I got this off a flash auction off of one of my friends, mainly for the channel. So when we reach the goal of monetization and we can actually start a comic book club and like get you guys on board, every month we're going to give away a slab to everybody, or at least somebody. Not everybody, somebody, right?
That is amazing.
So
and you always have to get the long names too, right? You know, the Uncommon Comic Book Club.
hey,
It's a mouthful.
you want to tell everyone how our name was made? Because I'm not the one who chose the name.
Hey,
and it's taking people half a year to say it, but it's too late. It's our name.
That's why you shorten it to Troopy. We are the Troopies.
That's right, Popey.
Troopies.
You're gonna have to at least want to win this, right? You want this in your collection, right, Popey? Come on.
He left, but he didn't actually leave.
The Real Uncommon Podcast. Okay, so here's a story. So we tried to get the Uncommon Podcast. The guy wouldn't give it to us, and he was a jerk. So, yeah. And then we tried to call ourselves Uncommon Talks, and someone had the name, and we couldn't get a hold of that person. And so we were getting close to filming with Andrea, which was our very first episode. We had to figure out something. So we just threw in Real.
Like it's not taken.
That's
not
the
taken
whole
on
reason
Twitter,
it has the name Real
Instagram.
in it. Has nothing to do with my name. It's just like, okay, well, what do we want to do? Like, well, we want to have real talk with real people. Like, why don't we just throw Real in the name? The Real Uncommon Podcast. And that's how the name was made. So
yeah, the biggest bro was taken. And so I had to add an extra E, and I was like, "Oh yeah, the
biggest bro.
Why not?" So that's how that worked out. Let me ask you guys a question.
Yes.
Okay. How does it feel to be kind of like the third wave of VV creators? Like, you know, like there was a first wave of the people that's like, I would say like kind of started like, you know, your crypto pros, your Randys, your Fosters, and your Taps Trades. And then there was kind of like the second wave with like the My Collectibles, Rob Stuff, Vibes, Dino, and stuff like that.
Yeah, they were like 2.0.
Right, and I feel like we're kind of like becoming the third wave, like the like you guys, like the Osmond Collects, Evolved, Kid Arcade, and stuff like that. Like, how do you feel like, and not to be like that because I'm in this with you guys, but like our little subscriber struggles a lot harder than what they had. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
They were like, even the second wave guys, like they were able to hit pretty fast just because of how big the space was at the time and how like a lot of people were coming in. Like, how do you guys feel about like doing this, like the almost like the longer road in a bear market and stuff like that?
You want to take this, or you want me to take this, T?
No, I'll give my answer.
Okay.
So I love this third wave. Third time's a charm, right? And I love the people who are in this space, like you, Biggest Bro, Popey, whoever else has their channel, and I think it's great that we're all trying to like collab with each other. It's not just like I'm all about me and trying to grow my channel. It is a little harder to get followers, subscribers, but from what I can tell, we're all trying to do it organically. We're not trying to like, throw some stuff out there to like get people to just follow you just to follow and not like give a shit about what you want to talk about. So I think the way that we're doing it is yeah, it may be slower, but it's organic. We're just being us. We're not trying to, I don't know, be someone we're not. So yeah, I'm loving it.
Yeah. I'm loving it too. And so when D and I decided to do this, we wanted to be different, and being different is not good because it's even harder, right? Because everyone is used to YouTube, everyone is used to the VV space, and everyone is used to the news. You know what I mean? Everyone wants to hear about the latest collectible. I mean, we're doing it now, right? But we mainly do it as just something to like get through the very first 10 minutes, and then we want to do this. In reality, our podcast is around the community. It's a community podcast made by community members for community members. That's what it was all about.
Yeah.
But doing that is tough because not a lot of people like long form format,
Yeah.
People like to go on the My Collectibles and get like the heat of the day or the superstars, or they go and see Doctor Strange for a comic review. Not a lot of people like to listen about other people, but that's something that D and I like to do, and it's something that we've been doing for like ages.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so for us, or for me personally, I don't consider myself a content creator. I consider myself a community member that just decided to turn on a camera and interact with you guys. Like it's like what? Almost like midnight for you. And you're here talking story with us. We had someone from Guam on the podcast just now, right?
Yeah.
And that's what we want. Yeah, it's hard. It's really hard to like get the clicks and likes, and at first, it's really not what it was about, but because now we want to do more with the community, which costs money, guys, that we're going to have to now get to those clicks and likes. But you'll never see us shill ourselves to like, crazy. You'll never see us like, go on someone's channel and say, can you please come on? Or we're not going to do any of those things because that's not what we're about. We just want to come on. We want to talk to you guys. We want it to be organic, and we just kind of want to chill out with the community. And if the community likes what they're seeing, which may they may not, because we're losing watchers as I speaking, but that's okay.
They're
um
lost. No,
no,
just
it's
kidding.
whatever,
I'm
it's
just
all good.
kidding.
Like, but the point I'm trying to make is like it's tough. It's really tough to do this, and
Yeah.
like even get in front of a camera. But
Yeah.
now, just to answer your question, being YouTube 3.0, it's fun. I love doing this. I love interacting with people. I really think this is a big opportunity for all of us, to better ourselves in public speaking, to better ourselves in this space. People are watching all of us. They know you, big bro. They know you from VV Arcade. You are the rugger, and from there, they also know you. They're gonna know you from the bare minimum. And I know Arcade wants to jump on there, and so do I.
Yeah.
And then we have Web V, Oz and everyone, even us, because we're a part of it. They're doing different things. They want to interact with the community. So in a way, 3.0 is a different animal because we have to go through the bear market. There isn't a lot of people watching us. The people that are watching us are the diehards, and so that's the
Yeah.
next question. When the bear market is over and the bull run comes back, and all the old content creators, and I'm going to be completely honest, all the old content creators that left are going to come back and pretend like they never left. They are.
Yeah.
And they're going to steal
100%.
all the views. And when
It's
that
all good.
happens, it's all good.
Yep.
Because in the end, the people that like us, that like what we're doing, will come back. I really think so. So that's my
Yeah,
answer.
I love that answer because that's how I feel. I feel that, the first and second wave, and, everybody's different and stuff like that. But I think that you're right. They're more about the news, they're more about what's going on in the market and stuff like that. And I really feel that VV YouTubers 3.0, we're like really community based. Like we really like we all kind of really enjoy the community and just want to just find out more about all these different amazing people and like just give back, get people out of their shell and stuff like that. Because
That's it.
and that's the funny thing is like most of us are people that just came out of our shell from watching all this. Like we all know each other from being in different people's spaces, you know, being just in the comments section, you know, and like I always think about like how funny is it that we were all at DCon and like I knew of you guys but didn't know you and like
Mm-hmm.
only if I knew you guys we could have hung out and had fun. You know what I mean? Like, but like I remember being there and just like, oh my god, that's sleeping. Oh my god, like you know, like there's like celebrities. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
wow, you know. So like, it's interesting to see the change and like I'm really excited like for like the like any kind of new meetup or anything just to like really like connect with like the people like you know like I've seen you guys before, but like when I see you guys again, oh, big hugs, dude! Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
going down.
Yeah.
I'm
You know,
excited, man.
I want to bring up something because, like, you know, when we went to Decon, I did meet you. We did meet. It's just
Yeah,
that we didn't know each other, right?
yeah.
But the night before, when D and I went to Decon and we were meeting everyone for the first time, well, let me rewind. I don't get nervous. You know, like D and I, we've been in the communication industry for like almost 2 decades, and so I'm used to being in front of a camera because of COVID and being in front of meetings. I'm used to public speaking. In high school, I did public speaking. I was in plays. I played piano. I played guitar. I played ukulele. I did all those things. Don't ask me to do it now because it's a love hate relationship, and I stopped. But I did all these things. I interned at a radio station here in Hawaii. So
Wow.
yeah, so like you got that radio disc jockey voice, but I did those things. But when I went to Decon and I saw the content creators for the first time, I got nervous, and she looked at me like, "What's wrong with you?" Like, I think I'm nervous. Why are you nervous? I don't
don't
know.
know.
I don't know. I saw VV Vibes. He was the first one because he was tall, right?
Yep.
Tall and bald, right? I'm like, there's Vibes. And she's all like, go talk to him. I'm like,
How do you start that conversation?
Yeah.
Like, what's up? I'm one of your
Hey,
commenters.
you.
Yeah.
Hey, you.
Right? And
And
then
Yeah.
do I introduce myself with my name or my username? I don't
Yeah,
know.
hey, it's the real Hinano, right?
like the real hood.
But hey, what really saved us, and this is a true story, is we waited in line and literally we turned and boom, we hit Aaron. We bumped into My Collectibles. It was just coincidental, and there he was. And after meeting him, and he was the same persona that he was on TV, although behind the camera, he's good fun.
Oh,
And I'll just leave it at that. You got to meet him in person to
hilarious.
I gotta
understand.
say,
Yeah, go ahead.
I gotta say, when we first bumped into My Collectibles, he he said our name and it was just like we have been friends for so long.
Yeah,
He's like, Delilah. I was like,
yeah.
oh my gosh, it's
He gave us a
Aaron!
big hug,
Yeah,
and I'm like,
It was like, wow, that's so cool. Like he was so nice. I mean, he is nice, but just to
Yeah.
meet him first and he like knew our name. I was like, wow, he actually takes the time to like, check out other people that follow him and comment on his stuff and get to know them, behind the screen, and then to meet them in person and he's like the same way. I'm like, wow, that's so cool.
Yes,
So shout outs to you, MC.
hey, and I gotta say that it was full circle for DNI because he was the first content creator to ever interact with me off YouTube ever. I actually tried interacting with the superstars once. If you guys are watching, Joe and Rob, I didn't have a good interaction actually. I asked them a question and they were like, "Well, should we tell them the answer?" And it was a question about Wonder Woman. I asked them what they thought of it, and yeah, I didn't get a really cool response, but that's okay. You guys didn't know me yet.
Yeah.
But Aaron, yeah, if it wasn't for his chat, I would have never met half the people that I know. And then his Discord, I wouldn't have met half the people that I know. And then having to bump into him at Decon and just breaking the ice for us, he made us feel comfortable right from the start.
Yeah.
After he left, and because he went and bumped into so much people after that, D and I started talking to everybody. Like we talked to the person in front of us. There was a guy named Franz. I don't know what his username is, but his name was
Yeah.
Franz. And then I found out that he came from Hawaii because he was working down here as like some kind of contracted work for some medical facility in Kauai. And I just
Nice.
blew my mind. I said, dude, we just flew in. Like, well, where did you fly in from? Hawaii. No way, bro. I flew in from Hawaii. You know, I'm like, what? No. And then
Yeah.
That's so
behind
dope.
us, we met Anesthesia Penguin and his wife. And
Yeah.
that guy was super cool, you
I
know?
met him at the pre-party.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's
yeah.
such a cool dude.
Dude, the
Such a
Yeah.
guy
cool
is
dude.
super cool. I met
And
his
like
daughter
his
the next
daughter,
day.
yeah.
Yeah. So, and we had our kid, right? And
Mhm.
we took our kid everywhere. And what I loved about the VV fam, we never got judged for bringing our daughter to the pre-party, right? To Sanjay's party. In fact, Sanjay made a kid zone because a
Okay.
bunch of kids were supposed to show up that night, and no kid showed up on my daughter. But the VV fam were so cool; they hung out with her. Like my daughter got to hang out with Rob, Joe, My Collectibles, and VV Vibes. At one time, I'm like, D, where's our kid?
It's like
Over
she's
there,
right there in between all
over
of
there. Well,
them.
look, she's doing a photo op, and sure enough, she's taking
Yeah.
pictures with all of them. I'm like, oh, okay, so she's like us then. She's just,
Yeah.
you know,
Part of the fam, man.
Yeah.
part of
It
the
was
fam.
so
So
cool.
yeah, shout out to everyone that we met at Decon, and I think when we have our next Decon or whatever, big bro, because California is not really that expensive for D and I to fly up to go do. I
Yeah.
think it's going to be big hugs. I think we're going to have like long stories to talk about. Because I've never met Fro in real life. I've met you in real
Oh
life,
yeah.
but you know, like it was just like brief, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
yeah,
saw you in real life. I never actually talked to you because I
Yeah.
saw you and your brother. I was like, "Oh, that's the biggest bro," and then I didn't
and
get a
then
chance
this
to talk to
guy
him.
Guri, apparently he was there, and we missed him
Yeah,
as well.
Really?
So you too,
yeah,
my friend, we need to meet up with you too, and we're gonna do that one day. We're all gonna get together, not virtually in real life, and we're gonna go meet everyone. But
yeah.
how
We
do
should
you feel
just fly
about
to
Uport
California.
YouTube 3.0, big bro? What's your thoughts on the whole
I
thing?
I I feel good about it. It's like you guys said. It's we're here for the community, and I love that a lot of us are involved with Web3, which is being there for the community, having safe spaces for people just to talk. Like it's funny because even though we do this now, I still like when it comes to like Twitter Spaces. I still like am like, I don't think I'm ready to talk up there yet because they're like, you feel like they're all friends and you're like the new kid. And you're like,
Yeah.
how do I double dutch into this? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
So it's not to say like they're not welcoming because they totally are. You know what I mean? But it's just I really love that we are all kind of open and it's kind of like, yeah, if you want to jump on space, cool, like it's cool with me, like it
yeah,
seems like we're just so we all help each other out too. That's what's really dope.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the best things that I loved about Rob, MC, Dino, and Vibes is when like they were like collaborate or like they'll jump on each other's
Hmm.
things and it's like, oh yeah, it's cool. It's like like you get the team ups and stuff like that.
yeah.
So and it's funny because like now like I kind of talked to you guys about like I like late night streams. This is fun, and
Yeah.
it's no low pressure. Like
And no
four or
one's
five
streaming
people.
but us.
Yeah, 4 or 5 people. It's all good. I
We're
love
just
this.
talking and just going off about random things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Right quick. Right quick.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna switch the conversations really bad, but
Yeah. No.
have you seen this new app? It's called like VV Analytics or Analyzer or whatever.
I
No.
don't they have an X account? I thought I
It,
saw
it,
some VV analytics.
basically, it shows like what you spent in the market, what you sold. Like it shows like everything. And so
Hmm.
now people are going around and like looking up different people's like whole profiles and like, oh, they spent $3.5 million in Vivi, and their account's worth this, and like basically like shaming people for their purchases, stuff like that.
Oh wow.
But
Really?
they're yeah, and right now they're using it as gospel, but at the same time, like it's not really correct data, like because there's no comic data in there, and this is before like the Wild Wild West, where like people are getting aftermarket gems and stuff like that. So it's it's really interesting to see like what people do for entertainment. like just like one of the guys who just looked up Dr. Profit and was like, oh, he's did this and he spent this money and lost all this money, we should change his name. And it's like, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
what does it matter? you know
Yeah, I mean, maybe some people want to know that information, but for me, like I've said many times, like, yeah, buy and collect what you like and what you can afford. And hey, if you made a big profit, good for you. If you had a big loss, I mean, that sucks, but that was your choice. So
yeah.
I can't say anything about that.
uh, Humans are strange, humans are strange. Like, some people like to see other people's downfalls. Negativity sells. I mean, look at the news,
Hmm.
right? Go watch the news.
Right. That's
I
true.
refuse to watch the news because it's like, yeah, fear tactics and all that kind of stuff sells. I mean, someone obviously made this app, and either that app can be used for good, which is
Yeah.
analytics, or it can be used for bad, which is shaming people. And it's going to happen. We got bad actors, and no matter what happens, they're going to do it. So it depends on the type of human being you are and the type of integrity you have, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
um yeah. I probably won't download it. It sounds like it's not for me.
Yeah.
um
Yeah, that's where I'm
Yeah,
and
me
at.
neither.
I kind of want to segue back into what you were saying about support. I'm 100%. I'm 100% behind supporting everyone here, and here's the reason why. And I want everyone to understand what I'm about to say here. If I support Big Bro, or if I support VV Arcade, or if I support Osmond Collects, I win. Here's the reason why I win. Because if they make it, and she makes it, and whoever else makes it, we make it too. We want this space to succeed. And the only way this space succeeds is if we all succeed. This is not a game of competition. That's the one thing that frustrates me about some of the people, is they're competitive. But when it comes to stuff like this, it doesn't have to be a competition. You know,
Yeah.
I go back to exactly what you just said about Rob's stuff. Rob doesn't get a lot of praise for what he did. And what he did is he opened up his stream to everyone. And that
Yeah.
was the first domino. I really think there wouldn't be a My Collectibles, and I'm going to say that, if it wasn't for Rob's stuff. We wouldn't have had YouTube 3.0. We wouldn't have had all these other content creators going so long if he didn't do the first domino and start inviting people over. Because it's my understanding Rob allowed My Collectibles to get over that hump,
Yep.
to do what he's doing. And look what happened. He sprouted up NFT projects. And then if you watched our episode 4 with VV Arcade, MC was the one that inspired him to do Kid Arcade, right? And so on and so on. And then it compounds on each other. And so what did that do? That was one content creator that helped out another one, which helped out 5, which turned out into 10, and it moved on. And that's my point. If we help each other out, we all win. This is not a competition. This is everyone together. We like VV, we like HRO, Cryptoys, all this stuff. If we team up together, we're gonna be better for it. That's my opinion. What do you guys think?
I 100%
100%.
agree.
Yeah.
100% agree. Yeah, I man, and it's funny because we bring this up, and like I hit up Rob stuff like a month ago, just like, hey man, I haven't seen you in a while. Just want to let you know I appreciate you and I miss you, bro. And I hope he's doing good. I haven't seen him in a while,
Did
man.
he respond?
No, he didn't.
He didn't.
Mm-mm.
Shoot.
And I know he's there. He's there like here and there. You know what I mean? Like I see him comment on certain stuff like that. But like I he really like he was awesome, man. I love what Rob stuff did, man.
I wanted to meet him. He was one of the guys I wanted to meet. In fact, I remember when we were all planning to go to decon, we announced it on MC's stream, and they were all streaming together. He was one of the
Oh
first to
yeah.
pick that up and said, "Oh, look, the Hawaiians are coming!" Right? I
Yeah.
remember him saying that, and I told D, oh, "Okay, I really want to meet these guys." And then he had that bum luck with his knee, and he couldn't
Yeah.
come.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
really feel like,
I met
go ahead.
Rob at the pre-party, the decon pre-party, and like he
Oh.
was telling me about the knee, and I was like, Rob, if you come, I will carry you or push you in a wheelchair the entire time.
Yeah,
The entire
yeah,
I'm down, Dread. Like you gotta come,
yeah.
Like yeah,
That's
real
okay.
real good guy, man.
Shout out to Rob Stuff, the domino that started this all. Yes, you were, my friend. I'm sure he doesn't watch us, but if this ever gets regurgitated to him, you started it, my friend, and I
I
think you
want that
deserve your due.
interview. I want that real uncommon podcast interview. That would
Of
be
Rob
dope.
Stuff?
Of
Oh,
Rob stuff,
man, that would be cool.
because he has a lot of info, man. He has
Yeah.
lots of good info because he's run the collecting thing for a long time. He
Yeah.
knows his stuff, man. Yeah,
But
And it
us, we want to go into his soul, and we want him to talk from there.
yeah, yeah.
He's very business oriented in here, but I want him to go from here and tell us his story.
Heck
That's what I
yeah.
want. So
hmm.
You
go
know
ahead,
another?
D.
Maybe soon.
I'm
Yeah, go
sorry.
ahead.
No, it's
Go ahead,
okay.
bro.
I have another random segue. One of my favorite things that you do, Hinana, is you use the emoji where it points at you, and it really does affect me. Like I was like, I believe in you. It was like, oh, oh, me. Like, I just want to let you know, like I never seen anybody really effectively use that emoji until I met you.
Yeah.
Paul
Hey.
said the same thing with that emoji.
Yeah.
Whenever like I leave a comment, usually obviously it's for the person that I'm leaving it for, but I want the message to be heard and reminded. Usually whenever I say something, I go, I mean it,
Yeah.
or you're worth something, or you're definitely worth anyone's time. Something like that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I always was told pointing is like bad habit. No, it's not. No, it's not, because it singles out the person, and then the person understands that it's a direct message to them. So that's what the emoji's about. Whenever I say, "Hey, you're doing a good job," or "Hey, congratulations," or "Hey, you deserve it," you do deserve it.
Yeah.
That's what it's for.
It's dope. Yeah, I like it, man.
Thanks.
I love it, dude. Yeah.
I always think like, "Oh, he's pointing at me again. What's he pointing at?" Or
But
something.
and that's the funny thing, right? Because you think about like when would you ever use that emoji, and then like when I see you do it, I was like, that is the perfect way to do it because it makes it really emphasizes your point and like in a really cool way because it's like yeah me like it's cool dude.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm Portuguese, but we say Portuguese here in Hawaii, and I like to talk. And I
Yeah.
like to talk about people, and I like to be positive. Like I think it was Sunday we did a stream, and we wanted to talk about some of the negative comments we got this weekend, just mainly to have the audience understand the page that we're on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I could have been any kind of way. I could have been like, in fact, D was saying I was being too nice. Like, nah, I want my message to be heard. And sometimes the only way your message is heard is if you're positive, if people want to hear what you're saying, and they're also focused at what you're saying. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's my new favorite way of doing it because sometimes I see it on when we're doing the Sunday show. Like people are like, "Oh, this show sucks." So like now my new thing is like, "And here's my number one fan,
I saw
Vince
that.
Legstrong. Yeah, great
Yeah.
job. We love to see you, buddy." And then they're
Yeah.
gone.
The same thing happened in Vivi Vibes chat. I won't say who said something, but there was something that was really mean that was said. And I'm like, whoa, that came out of nowhere. You know what I mean? And that's not cool. It's like, it's cool if you don't like someone. That really is. But hey, you don't have to say anything if you don't like them. If you don't like them, you don't like them. Don't watch them. But you're watching
Yeah,
them, and you got to
right.
say something, right? So that
Oh yeah,
means you're here. Yeah.
it's so funny, man.
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't that nice about it.
Yeah. Well, like, okay, so like maybe 3 months in the podcast, I ended up unblocking everyone that I blocked on my X, my Twitter,
Hmm.
even the fudders.
Yeah.
And I part of the reason why we did it is we had it maybe it was after your interview. I think it was after your interview. We had this interview about fudders,
Hmm.
and you were telling us on how you gotta also listen to the fudders, because they care even more than us,
Yeah.
and that really stuck with me, big bro. And so after we had, I believe it was your interview, I unblocked everyone and the floodgates opened again. And I got to see people I haven't seen in a while. I won't name names. And
Yeah.
I'm actually friends with these people. I actually talk with them, right? And they
Yeah.
try to rile me up too. I notice. So like, oh, so you bought that, huh? You feel stupid? Like, well,
Nope.
I
I
just
like it.
made 20 gems. Do you think I feel stupid? Right? Just saying. So
Yeah.
oh, but
Mm.
it's fun, man, and I love doing this, and I love doing this kind of stuff with you guys. D and I really have been enjoying these live streams, and people have also asked, "Are we still doing interviews?" Yeah, we are, but we've had some cancellations, so these
Hmm.
lives have been a really good segue for our comment, our content,
Yeah.
to keep going until we do interviews. But we are definitely doing other interviews, and we have some in the pike. Just
Yeah,
be a little patient with us.
we're working on just everyone's schedule is busy, and holidays come up, days off come up, and people want to just not do anything Web3 social media related.
Hmm.
And we try our best to work with the times of the people that we're going to talk to, because they're taking their time out to talk to us. So if we have to wake up in, I don't know, the middle of the night or early in the morning, it's okay for us, because we want that person to be where they're not like rushing for just like 1 hour, because as you know, we can talk for 3 hours, biggest bro.
Hey, nothing wrong with
So
that.
yeah, so we try to accommodate the people that we want to come on, or that
Totally.
they want. Yeah.
Totally, because like for us, like I think the latest we stayed up on an interview was till like 2 in the morning. We was talking to somebody in Australia, this guy named Petit Louis, who I haven't heard of or heard from since the interview, but it was so much fun hanging out with the guy. We had to tell him we had to go because we had to work the next day. But because we want to be accommodating to our guests, we'll do that. We'll
Yeah.
get up super early. I think for like Andrea, we got up at like 5 in the morning, and we're fine with doing this kind of stuff because, like I said, you guys come on our channel, you're helping us out, and we're helping you out, and we both win together with this, right? And at the same time, while we're winning, people get to know you and a little bit more about us,
Yeah.
which is the whole point. And if they get to know us on a personal level, then the community feels comfortable, they can trust us, and that's the whole thing right there. Is I don't want people to think we're a one trick pony just trying to get clicks and likes. I don't ever try to like say what we're
No.
doing here. We don't even like advertise when we go live. We just do it, right? So
Yeah.
it's that organic stuff, and so that's kind of what we try to do here at the podcast.
Yeah, I love it, man. Like it's dope. Like, and that's why I kind of like wanted to come late nights, because like I want to see how you guys are like in your like when you're in your time zone. You know what I mean? Like normally, like that's why like I was like I'm always up anyway. Like I really don't like I stay up randomly. So instead of like watching TV, I can
Same.
do this. It's cool.
Yeah. I mean, we got people in the chat. We got 7 people watching us. So it's late night somewhere and someone's watching. So
And
thank you for
then
the 7 of you guys that are watching and tuning in. We appreciate it and hope to God we didn't bore you out. So
and these people probably haven't had like a nice live stream to ever view. So this is
yeah, it's true.
like I think about that all the time. Like how lucky I am, because I get all like this like during my time awake. I get all the live streams and stuff like that. Like I don't have that feeling of like, oh man, I was asleep and that happened. That was announced. What like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Let's see right here. Guri, please no apologies needed. I understand life happens.
Because if you read up above, yeah, you'll
Oh, I thought it had something to do with our conversation here though. But speaking of which, though, we're gonna have to jump off because we got to get our kid ready for school. But big bro,
Amen.
Thanks for coming. Hanging out with us on the live. Like this
Of
is something
course.
that we're gonna do regularly. In fact, we're probably not gonna stream tomorrow, but Friday we're gonna try to go Fridays every Fridays. To do live
Yes.
streams. Except I don't think we're gonna do next week Friday. I think it's Bob Sale's birthday, so we don't want to
Oh
stream the same
yeah.
time he's doing
Mhm.
it. But yeah, we're planning on doing Aloha Fridays, which is our thing. Like last Friday we did it, and all of a sudden we had like 8 or 9 content creators on the stream at
Man, I
one
know.
time.
It was so funny because I had an appointment, right, and I was like, oh, you guys came on right before, and you guys like, all right, we gotta go to dinner. We're gonna be only for a little while. I was like,
30
oh, okay,
minutes.
Well, it was supposed
yeah,
to be only 30
yeah. And so I
minutes.
was like, all right, so I'm just gonna go to do my thing. I get out of my appointment, I'm like, wait, they got the whole gang on. What's going on? What happened to
We were late. We
dinner?
were late. Our friends are like, "Where you guys been?" And I'm like, "Wow, we came from a live stream. I told you we're on YouTube. You could have watched to see when we were gonna leave, right?" But
That's
we don't tell
funny.
our parents, or not our parents. Or yeah, I don't tell my parents what I'm doing. I don't tell my family what I'm doing. I don't tell any of my friends what I'm doing because they might come and watch, right?
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
Yeah.
they
same
don't
same thing.
understand.
Same thing. Same thing. It was like,
So
wait, you like I you. It's so funny because like my friends are like, hey, what are you doing Sunday morning? I'm busy.
I'm
I
hanging out with my wife.
yeah, hanging out with friends on Zoom call.
Every
Zoom call.
Sunday?
Yeah.
oh no, it's
Oh
funny. Yeah,
man.
Sunday we went to the beach and we were on WebV weekends listening to Alex, right? And we could have left earlier to go to the beach, and sure enough, we were late for the beach. So we get there, and they're all like, "So what? Your digital life is more important than your real life? Your real friends?" I'm like, "We're here.
Yeah.
We
What do you
showed
mean?
up. Look,
I
you
can
can
have
touch me,
both.
right? Yeah,
I
I'm
can have
here."
Yeah.
both.
Mhm.
Yeah, come on. So, well, I
Yeah.
have been told that we have been neglecting our real life friends. So, it's a balance. It's a
Yeah,
balance.
it's
Yeah.
so funny. I feel you the same way because my wife's like, you tend to stream a lot more than go visit your friends. It's like, well, because then I have to leave the house. I don't.
They
if,
don't understand.
if they like digital collectibles, it wouldn't have been a problem, would it?
Oh, we're getting into that, huh?
Oh. Before
Well,
we
But it's
go,
fun.
real
yeah.
quick, before we go, I want to share one thing. Everyone, please go and subscribe to
Oh
the biggest bro. He is
man.
starting up this new segment called The Bare Minimum, and you got to keep your notifications on because he's sneaky. He'll go live whenever, and you won't
Absolutely.
know. And I'll run into the same thing he ran into, where I'll come out of the doctor's office, and all of a sudden, Big Bro is streaming. So go and subscribe to him. He's got 86 subscribers. We can
Gotta
get
get
him
him
to
to
100.
100.
Come on, you
Yes.
guys. You can also find him on the VV Arcade show every Sunday as the Rugger. He does blind box and trivia with VV Arcade. It's good fun. You can win some free NFTs and have a good time. Go and subscribe to everyone. And thanks for coming, you guys. Any closing words, Big Bro?
Like my new thing I've been saying, just be that positive moment in someone's day. You never know how much it may affect them, and you don't know how much it'll affect you, knowing that you were somebody's positive moment. So be that.
Love that.
Beautiful.
Nicely
D,
said.
closing words?
No, thank you for everyone that tuned in. Thank you, Biggest Bro, for coming up, as well as Popey. And yeah, catch us the next time we're live.
Yeah, thanks, fam. I appreciate everyone for tuning in. And like I said, D and I are going to try to come on at this time of night because this is like around the time where I get home from work. If not, we can try to go in a little earlier. But Fridays, we're going to try to hammer down as a scheduled time that we're actually going to be on live streams. It all depends on my crazy work hours. My life's hectic, guys. Besides doing this, D and I are like crazy ass busy. We're also parents, but we love this community. We love the space that we're building together, and we're going to continue doing that stuff. I want to make sure that I leave before all the comments are checked. That's it, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to the Real Uncommon Podcast. This is the 10th live stream. We're going to do more. We love you all. Take care and aloha.
I could have.